the best jumper. Volt was the best jumper in all of Rowbottom. Or at least, that's what he would tell you. Not a single day passed without Volt jumping here and there, boasting loudly in the streets about how far he could jump. Blip was a small bot. More than anything, she wanted to jump as high as Volt could. One day, when Blip was practicing her jump, Volt came leaping by.
"Ha ha! What are you doing, Blip?" Volt laughed. "You can't be a jumper. You weren't built for it."
Volt's guffaws echoed down the street as he hopped away. Blip went back into her house, her head hung low. "What's the matter?" Blip's mother asked. "All I want to do is jump as high as Volt can," she said. "But he's right. I just wasn't built to be a jumper." Blip's mother smiled. "I know just what you need," she said, and held out a small metal gear. "This is the best jumping gear ever made. Once you have it, you'll be able to jump as high as Volt, and even higher." Blip gasped as she looked at the jumping gear and put it on at once. She felt different immediately, like she could jump all the way to the moon. She dashed outside with a spring already in her step. Every leap Blip tried took her higher and higher, higher than she had ever jumped before. She had never been happier. But down the road came Volt again, and he spotted Blip jumping.
"Little Blip, you will never be able to jump like me. Can't you see that you're not built for jumping?"
"I can jump," replied Blip, "and even higher than you can."
"Then let's see it. Can you even jump 10 inches? Volt scoffed and jumped 10 inches in the air without any effort.
"I can jump 20 inches, Blip said. She crouched down low and thought about the special jumping gear her mother gave her. Then her feet left the ground and she jumped 20 inches. Volt was a bit surprised that Blip jumped 10 inches higher than he did, but he didn't let it show.
20 inches is nothing, he laughed. I can jump 9 feet.
Volt jumped and landed 9 feet away with a wide smile. "I bet I could jump 7 feet farther than that," Blip said. She took off with a flip and landed 16 feet away.
"I could jump 16 feet in my sleep, but I bet you can't jump 30 feet, Volt said as he leaped again.
"Yes, I can. I can even jump 55 feet without getting tired." And Blip jumped 25 feet higher than Volt did. Volt was getting impatient.
"Fine then. Jump as far as you can, and we'll finally see who's the better jumper."
Blip felt the gear inside her and planted her feet firmly into the ground. When she finally took off, she landed 78 feet away.
78 feet is no problem for me, Volt yelled. "I'm the best jumper, you'll see."
He leaped into the air and sailed toward Blip, but came crashing down at only 60 feet. Blip rushed over to see if Volt was okay.
"How?" Volt demanded. "How can you jump so far? You jumped 18 feet farther than I did, and you weren't even built to be a jumping bot."
Blip felt guilty and knew she had to give away her secret. She took out the special gear her mother had given her and held it out sadly. "I didn't do it on my own. It's all because of this special gear. It's the best jumping gear ever made, Blip confessed. Blip's mother came over to them and put her arm around Blip. Blip, there's nothing special about that gear at all. There's no such thing as a jumping gear. The one I gave you was just an old rusty spare, she said. Blip frowned. But how was I able to jump so far? Because you can do anything, little Blip, as long as you believe in yourself. Volt sniffled on the ground, and Blip turned to him. Watching how wonderfully you jump is what made me want to jump in the first place, she said, and reached out her hand. Volt took it, and she pulled him up. Hand in hand, two of Rowbottom's best jumpers jumped away, smiling and laughing together.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.